Hello, everybody. My name's Ardendris, and welcome back to All the Mods 10. Last time, we finished up our explorations into the dungeon, as it is aptly called, and by which I mean we are gonna go back to that place eventually if we ever need more smithing templates for unobtainium, and there's definitely still a bunch more gold, diamonds, and whatnot to gather out of that place, but I could not continue on in there right now. It's a little bit too much. But, yeah, we basically cleared out the last room type we hadn't seen, which gave us another 6 blocks of netherite, I think? I don't remember. It was a bunch of diamonds and a bunch of netherite in a room, basically, and a bunch of the same old loot besides. But anyways, after that, we came home, dealt with some inventory stuff, and then started taking a quick look at some of the computer science stuff for applied energistics, blah. Because we desperately need some sort of storage device. It's a problem. It is most definitely beginning to be a problem with all the stuff we have everywheres. So we haven't made it too far. We made the basic, one each of each basic processor because the game makes you make those for the first quest line. But we're gonna need a whole bunch more of each. Where is it? Storage, there it is, AE2. So we haven't made it very far. We went to one of the meteorites and grabbed the Certus quartz out of it, but that was pretty much it for how far we made. Between episodes, I made a few more printed silicon sheets. These are going to be super important, so those can go in there for now. And yeah, I also went back to a couple more meteorites. Like I went back to the one we already had and stole some of the budding Certus quartz. What's the best way to do this? It can grow on any side that is exposed to air. So, if I just go ahead and do that, and I need a little bit of dirt here. There we go. So basically just go ahead and do this, break this, and then we're gonna do one more over here where's my silk touch? There it is. Yeah, having Silk Touch just on the ready at all times, not even having to worry about a magic spell book. Yeah, that's pretty handy. So these should start just creating Certus quartz at this point. I did find some other things I want to look at for just getting Certus quartz a little bit easier, but we'll go over that later on. Also, between episodes, I automated the plastic production. When I say automated, it is mostly automated. I have to come in here and give it acacia logs every once in a while. Haven't built the block placer or whatever. But as you can see here, I put acacia logs here. The fluid extractors go about their business, pump it into this thing, and then from there, this takes all of the latex. Is that what it's called? I think it's called latex. Are you running right now? I believe, is the answer yes? Yeah, it is called latex. Okay, it's just a little thing. Anyways, it goes to that, and then anything extra gets pumped into here, are you actually my tamed owl, or are you just trying to be friends? I think you're just trying to be friends. Anyway, latex goes into here. I have the fluid collector, which is one of the simplest things to make out of industrial foregoing. I want to say it was a piston, a pitiful thing. And just a couple dispensers or something like that, something super easy. That grabs the water here, pumps it into here, that gets pumped into here. So this has infinite water and as much latex as these things can provide. I'm going to need a much bigger source of that, I think. But from there, we made item pipes, pump into here. I have made the... Let's see, can we show its augments? The augment factory. This thing's actually pretty simple to make. 4 of any stone type, 2 paper, 2 redstone, and a piston. And then from here, now this furnace works via power instead of via fuel. So it's piped right into the thing. It's also emerald, so it's twice as fast as the diamond thing. Automatically smelts, pumps into here. Plastic, Bob's your uncle. Didn't I say Bob's your uncle last time too? What's going on with that? Why am I just doing that all of a sudden? Did one of those already... Yeah, one of those already grew budding crystals. Very nice. That's not going to take too long. But that's automated as much as it can be for right now without some extra work. Other than that, I looked ahead And I made a little bit more of the silicon plates as I was talking about. I was going to make more of the other things, but forgot. And I also started looking at something called flux networks. And to show off this a little bit more, we're going to have to go down to bedrock. I did a little bit of this on my own beforehand, but I definitely want to showcase it. I don't have the jetpack because it's currently charging, so we're going down the boring old way with the umbrella. Actually, is this where I did it? Oh, that was accidental, but perfect. Okay, this was a lot easier to get to than I thought. Anyways, we need to be all the way down at bedrock. And I need to pull out some redstone for this. Also, I cleared out a bunch of achievements, got all the levels I could, and this thing now has 354 levels in it. Almost 353. It's a lot. But anyways, if I just pop down some redstone and I put a obsidian piece right here, when you left-click the obsidian, as long as it's above bedrock, it smashes down into the ground and nets you all of that redstone getting turned into fluix dust, which is very important because this fluix dust is used to wildly charge on your flux network. Apparently, if we go over to energy and then from there we want to look at energy movements, power, basic power. Is this what I wanted to do? Yeah, transferring power, the flux network. It gets us a couple free, but wireless power. Essentially, you just take this fluix dust and you use it to create a flux network, as it's called. And then from there, you just make some of these port things, these accessing network power, yeah, the flux points. You set them on whatever you want, and they'll just transfer power across your network without wires. Yeah, that's super important. So, I'm gonna need a lot of this stuff. Maybe I just took a full stack of redstone and turned it into. Um, yeah, I think I'm fine with that. There's that and that. That goes there. And, oh, I miss. Huh. Apparently that has a low chance to just turn obsidian into cobblestone? Interesting. We have 50 for now. I want to say that the recipe also says that, yeah, if you use a flux block anywheres above this, uh, you can do that instead, and you don't have to come down to bedrock every time. So that's pretty cool. Anyways, I'm going to make my way back up to the surface real quick. So, I think it's time to get back to computer systems. Oh yeah, that's actually a little bit troublesome because, I don't have my jetpack right now. But, the vibranium tools and the vibranium spellbook we made last time, very handy with that, like, 40% cooldown reduction, I think. Yeah, 40%. I was actually spot on the money there. I'm stuck in here. Time to just teleport home. Thank you, wolf friend. You deal with it. So, what's next as far as computers go? Let's take a look at this. We'll build the flex network thing in a moment. So, AE2. Also, I double checked and we do have refined storage in, which is the other computer system I was thinking of. But I couldn't find it last time, so I guess we're doing AE2. Refined storage is infinitely easier though, but maybe AE2 has some extra special stuff that makes it better still? I don't know, I might regret my decision eventually. But terminals, they need an annihilation cores, fluix dust, I made a little bit more between episodes, quartz, and that. So I can make one of those, I can make that right now. And then the formation core needs another logic processor. They both need the logic processor. So I'm going to need one more printed logic core. So, and then from there, it's an illuminated panel. Quartz glass is Certus quartz dust and glass. I can do that pretty simply. I have enough quartz dust at this point. A third logic processor for that. And then that needs... Okay, so we need to make 2 of those things. So that's going to be 5 more logic processors, a crafting bench, and the logic calculation processor we already have. So 5 more of these things, which is 5 more gold and inscriber logic presses. How do we get the universal press? I really just want this thing. Oh, Sky Steel, a slime ball, and then the other press things. Sky Steel is made. Sky Steel block, reaction core, submerge, charged iron, and sky stone in lava. Is that worth it? Because changing it out every time is super annoying. That might be worth it. So a bucket of lava, which I think I already have, an iron, and a charged quartz. And I just need 2 of those to start with. Yeah, that should be simple enough to do. Have the lava ready. 2 iron. I have to be very quick about this. If I mess it up, I lose all of these resources. So 2 iron, charged Certus quartz, and what was the last thing it wanted? Reaction and world. How do I actually find that easily? This. You, reaction and world, iron, skystone. Okay, so skystone I have plenty of. I grabbed extra of it. I just need to charge 2 more of these, which is actually pretty simple. And then we're going to attempt this. So it's just going to take me a moment to charge these up. But while I'm going about it, might as well set this up to do the thing anyways. So, inscriber, I believe, right? Inscriber is diamond. We want logic. Okay, logic and 5 gold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can just do your thing. I need to charge up 2 of you. Come on. There we go. It takes a moment, but it's not too bad. Anyways, lava. I'm immune to lava. I just jumped right in there. So 2 of these, 2 of these. Uh. Huh? Okay, how did that... I'm confused by what just happened here. Charged quartz in water. Huh? RB regenerated? Or does budding Certus quartz run out eventually? What happens if I just toss this in water? It's charged up. Yeah, no, that doesn't duplicate itself. In-world reaction. Okay, you can get those. Oh, you take a dust in water with one and you get the dust turns into it. Cool. Lava. Sky osmium. Sky steel. Let's just try one of each. And yeah, to note that is sky stone. We're going to try this one more time, and if it doesn't work, I might give up for now and try again later, because I am very scared that I'm going to lose these resources. What exactly is happening right now? Like... There we go. Why are they not burning? Like, maybe the Certus quartz and the skystone are immune to burning in lava, but I know for a fact iron isn't, so how is that working? Also, I just needed to let it float to the surface first. Anyways, this is run through now. I can probably technically already do that part. Let's take all of these. Take all of those and a singular slime ball, which is back at home. And from there, should be able to just do that part now. Here it is, that. And you are used to make the universal inscriber. Very nice. What else are you used for? Oh, you can make the not so mysterious cube. So far, no matter how close. What exactly are you used for? Mysterious cube. But why do you can also make a replica of the not so mysterious cube. Ah, okay, so it looks the same, but you understand what it is now. Cool, cool. Anyways, we have this thing now. That means I can just go through, drop like 16 diamonds in, let them run through, then drop 16 of the other thing I don't remember. In fact, I'm just gonna do this. I'll do 8 diamonds because that's half, so that should just run through immediately, and then Let's see, silicon plates we already have. Iron plates get inscriber, so you can duplicate it with an iron block. That's kind of cool. Printed accumulation chip. Gold. Certus quartz is the calculation chip, which I think I'm going to need a couple more of these. Calculation processor. So that's all well and good. This redstone and that in the inscriber will net us enough logic processors. So I just need to let some things run through, get some more processed pieces. I also need to go get quartz glass. I forgot about that. Might as well let this one run through. There we go. 8 of these. Might be too much, might be just enough. No idea. So I'm going to let those run through. It's just going to take a moment. But while that's working, might as well get the Certus quartz. Did I run out of glass in here? How did that happen? Oh, yeah, I still have plenty in here, though. So 5. I think it's just Certus quartz, right? It doesn't need the charged stuff. Hopefully it doesn't need charged stuff. That's going to take a moment. It needs charged stuff. Of course it does. Cool. Actually, it's dust. So 1, 2, so on. It's 5 of these. I know it's 5 of these. There we go. 4 quartz glass. And I need... Oh, it's used for exactly the same stuff as regular glass, so I have to look through here. 3 of them get you 3. 2 glowstone, 1 redstone, 1 iron. 2 glowstone, 1 redstone, 1 iron. So, like so, and so. And so. 3 illuminated panels. And then, let's see, I need the crafting one. Or I need to turn these into terminals, and then one of them gets turned into it. So logic processors will be in moments. Then it's just the annihilation cores and whatnot. Are you run through? Yes, you are. Yeah, this is a lot. Like, this is a lot to, like, balance everything through. So I'm gonna need, you gets used to make you. Nope, that's the wrong thing. This thing. Annihilation core. I need Certus stuff, or I need regular quartz, which I should have. I just left it in here. That's the wrong thing. I'm gonna show you part of this, but this is going to end up being way too much for me to show it all. So, 1, 1, 1. Annihilation cores. Cool. Formation cores, it's the same thing, but it's a Certus quartz crystal instead of a regular crystal. So grab one of these. I already had a bunch on me. Can I open the right thing, please? that, and this? What was the middle thing that I'm forgetting right now? Oh, it's a fluix dust. That's what I came in here for. I forgot. Stop pressing B me. Anyways, formation core, annihilation core, one of these and one of these nets us our first ME terminal. Nice. I did not make enough logic processors. I had one extra, that's why. Actually, I already made extras of these, because, you get 2 of these things. So there's one of these, and then it's just a crafting table and a calculation processor. So there's that. And go in here and grab this to make a crafting table. Like so, so, and so. There we go. So we have our terminals. Cool. So there's another thing off the mark. Free engineering processor. Experience. So now it's time to make cables. ME glass is 2 fluix crystal and a quartz fiber. Quartz fiber is Certus quartz and extra gold glass. And then from there, it's, let's see, it's wool mixed with those glass cables we already know we have to make. We're going to get 4, so we should be able to make enough. Wool mixed with it. And then this is 4 of those things. Okay. So 4 wool, and we're going to need to make 2 sets of wires, which is to say 4 fluix crystals and Okay. So, where's my extra glass? I left it in here. Yeah, I'm gonna need to make a bunch of this stuff. Like, I know I'm gonna need so many more wires than that quest is going to have us make. So, yeah, we're gonna get into problems pretty quickly as far as all this stuff goes. I have to make 2 sets of these, right? There's that. 4 of these gets turned. Actually, I only need to make 1 set, because there's the... No, I am gonna need to make 2. So these mixed with wool will make the higher end stuff. Um, you and you can all go in here. So I need 4 wool. From there, that will get us the normal ones, or the semi-dense ones. I don't remember what they're called. And then from there, we just take the wool we already have. We just take those 4. So these become covered cables, become dense covered cables. Was that enough? Or did I go too fast with it? Nope. It's... Weird. Apparently we just needed to make the regular glass cables, and I went too farther than I needed to. Both glass cables and their covered counterpart can carry up to 8 channels along a single section of cabling. Unlike glass cables, covered cables can subsequently be crafted into dense covered cables capable of carrying up to 32 channels. However, most multi-part devices, such as buses and terminals, cannot be directly attached to dense cables, requiring normal width cables to form a connection instead. Okay, so dense ones work better and can carry more stuff, but they don't attach directly to things. In Applied Logistics 2, every ME network has a certain number of channels available, which simply means how many network devices can fit on the whole network. As a rule of thumb, any device that more or less handles ME data directly, items stored within the network, and carries out some form of I/O will take up a channel. Usually components that are only concerned with the internal power storage of the network, like energies and cells and inscribers, do not take up channels. So, storage devices and things that let you access storage devices, they're going to take up channels, but nothing else really is. Cool. Things without an ME controller are known as ad hoc networks and only support a maximum of 8. Cool. So that teaches us a bit. We need the ME controller now. 4 of those, an engineering thing, and 4 skystone blocks, which is smelting skystone. Thankfully I have the emerald thing set up, so I can just toss them straight in there, and that should work pretty well. So 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll just toss you right in here, and we're done. Grab you back out. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And what's the middle piece I'm forgetting? The engineering thing. So from here, pretty rapidly, we now have the ME controller. Networking switchboard. Oh yes, also something that happened between episodes. Kind of forgot to mention this part. I need the Piglich data model real quick to showcase this. So, my mild problem with my whole plan to use this thing to acquire 1,000,000 Piglich hearts. The simulation cost is 16,000 FE a tick. Our current reactor produces 2.34K. So, yeah, we would need 8. We would need 8 reactors of this size to actually power this thing. I managed to get it to run 4 times before we completely ran out of power. Yeah, that's a mild problem and kind of puts a hamper on that plan. So, yeah, I'm probably going to go get a cheek swab and get a spawn egg for the piglet and go ahead and make a spawner for it with apotheosis instead. Anyways, oh, you're doing pretty well now. Any of you fully grown? Doesn't look like it. All of you still... Oh, that one went from flawed to chipped, so they will break over time. So I guess I'm going to have to go back and steal the rest of them pretty soon. But for now, this can go here. So the ME controller, it's hooked up. The only thing on this network is the controller itself. The grid is using... Okay, I can change it to show FE instead. This thing directly grabs FE. It doesn't matter very much for that. So the crafting terminal, I could hook it up to that. Out of power. Okay, so the crafting terminal did not actually attach itself to the grid. I guess we actually need storage of some type to do that. So I will have to wait for a moment. So we got the ME terminal. The last piece of the puzzle for any large ME network is the ME controller. A controller supplies an ME network with a far larger number of channels than the standard 8 channels for ad hoc networks, providing 32 block channels out of each face of the block for a total of 216. That's only for a single block controller, however. Since the ME controller is in fact a multi-block structure, the controller can be up to 777 and can come in any freeform arrangement within that maximum size. Um, as long as they're not controlled by 4 other. Okay, so you can basically put a bunch of these things in a 7x7 area, and you'll get a bunch. They stack on top of each other, so that's pretty cool. And for that, we get some free Certus quartz. And now it's time for storage systems. So we need the ME chest and the ME drive. The most important thing is storage cells. These cells are accessible through either an ME chest for single cells or an ME drive for multiple cells. So essentially, the ME chest, it's a little bit easier to make. I am going to need a bunch more ME terminals though. But essentially, you use this thing and you put a storage cell in it, and it will only use one storage cell, but it's basically a super chest, and then you can change out the contents of that super chest. The ME drive doesn't really let you access the stuff in it on its own, but it can store a whole bunch more. Yeah, I didn't even read this. This was just me remembering how this works. Okay, cool. It just backed me up there. So, 2 glass, an ME terminal, 2 flow examining seats, so on. I'm gonna need more black. I'm gonna need more of the other one. Oh wait, no, we don't actually have to make the ME chest. We can just go straight to the ME drive. 2 engineering things. We already have 1, but I believe it's just made with the diamond, right? One of these, yeah, it's the diamond thing. Like so. And then it's just 2 more. How do I use you again? 2 fluix crystals, which I still have. So I think we can just do that one instantly, right? That, and ME terminal. We're gonna need 2 of those things once they're done building. And then 4 iron in the corners. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's that. Oh, that goes there instead. Grab you out. And what have I messed up here? Not the ME chest. Wait, huh? Why was I thinking this one needed the terminal? Oh, the chest needed the terminal. That's what I was thinking of. ME drive. Cool, that completes the quest. We're just gonna put this thing down right here. Device online. It should now be connected to the system, as you can see here. So, ME terminal is not connected. Whoops. If I go like that and then like that, is it connected? Cool, so this terminal is now connected to the system. Only problem is, there's nothing in the system, because, there's no storage devices. So, 10 slots there. A free flux crystal, thank you very much. Now, ME IO ports allows for the contents of an ME network storage to be quickly rearranged between different storage media, such as ME cells and external containers connected to storage buses. When a cell is imported in an installment slot on the left, the IO port can be toggled to either empty the cell out into or fill the ideally partitioned cell. Okay, so if I understand what this thing does right, you hook this thing up with a storage thing and some power, and it will instantly empty a chest into this, and it will go into cells that are there. I'm really hoping that's right. That would be very nice. Cell workbench allows for cells to be partitioned to hold specific items. Given a whitelist. Okay, that's also pretty nice. Creating your first storage cell. We'll come back to that stuff. We just want some amount of storage first. So, the 1K ME storage device. Each cell has a certain storage thing, and this one can hold up to 1000 bytes of storage for a given cell. More on that later. 4 quartz, logic processor, and 4 redstone. So that's going to be the gold one. I have 2 of them left. We need 4, right? No, we only need 1. Okay, so we can just instantly make our first storage thing. Okay, it took a little bit to get into it, but now that I have things set up a little bit more, we can sort of jump through a little bit faster. But 1K ME storage components. Very nice. Thank you for the free, something that dropped on the ground. Ooh, is that charged? Ooh, free charged quartz. Thank you very much. That saves me some work. And then from here, we can make the weapons. Charge staff, entropy manipulator, and matter cannon. Those all sound cool. 4K storage, 16K, 64K, 256K, 1M. Okay, we're going to megabytes here. With the 1K storage component, you can now craft yourself a 1K ME item storage. Okay, so this thing is a component. It doesn't do anything on its own. Okay. So from here, we need the item storage. The 1K ME item storage cell. 2 quartz glass. Yeah, 2 quartz glass, 3 redstone, and that. I don't think I have any quartz glass left. I have 1. That's 5 dust. How do I get dust again? Okay, a non-fully grown one will drop the dust, or you inscribe that in there. So, you're the fortune one? You are the fortune one. Any of these unfinished? You. Small. That doesn't really look like it's being affected by fortune very well. This is the fortune one, right? Yes, it is. Yeah, that's not looking like fortune's really working all that well, but fine enough. 5 of these gets us more glass. There we go. This. And then 3 redstone, a copper, and 2 iron. 3 redstone, a copper, and 2 iron. And so, and that, we acquire our first storage cell, 1 kilobyte. The problem is, we now can't really do anything with that. I don't really want a 1 kilobyte thing. I just had to make it for the game. Anyways, free sortis quartz, a free housing cell, which we can do whatever we want with, and experience. From here, portable storage. Portable cells function identically to regular cells, and they can be inserted into a chest or drive and filed accordingly. However, unlike regular cells, their contents can also be accessed standalone via the cell item itself, a bit like a digital ME flavored backpack. Okay, so I kind of want one of these things. ME chest, storage component, and an energy cell. Okay, they're expensive, but they're pretty nice to just carry with you. And could you put them into a thing if you wanted? Maybe. I don't know. Bulk item storage. Bespoke bulk item, which is limited to no more than 1 item type, but store infinite of that number. Max long, if you know, you know. Oh, that looks a little bit rough, maybe? Actually, no, it doesn't. Okay, yes, it does. That's maybe hard to get, maybe not. But it's single item, an infinite amount. This is fluid storage, which is pretty nice. Let's see. Spatial IO. Storing entire structures inside of storage cells. Okay, that's pretty cool. Wireless access points. The next thing to make to allow for wireless network access is the ME wireless access points. Calculation things. Fluix Pearl. Okay, still looking pretty easy. That's expensive, but possible. And then that's pretty simple. I think one of those is the one from Mahu. Dust Ender Pearl. Is it going to actually change, or... Yeah, I think that middle one is the Mahu Ender Dust. And if it is, that is super simple to get a hold of. Where's my backspace? So, this is wireless access, wireless terminals, condensed matter. As for wirelessly expanding the ME network itself, the first step is admittedly somewhat unorthodox. The matter condensers aid to intake on a trash can, voiding any items inserted. Or the condenser can harness some leftover energy from the item being voided and store it to make 2 special crafting items out of enough concentrated energy. A matter ball and some other stuff. Hypercondensed matter allows you to make a singularity if you blow it up, I think. And then the quantum network bridge allows you to connect two things across different distance with the quantum bridge card. I looked a little bit into this. There's a lot going on here. I don't fully understand everything, but from here, basically, there are options in order to make it go over vast different distances, but that's going to take some work. But eventually, it would be nice to set up a computer system over at the other base too, to just pump stuff in there. This will allow us to use a wireless terminal, but I believe it only has limited space for now. Infinity Booster. Infinity Booster add-on provides 2 bespoke wireless boosters allowing for infinite connectivity range with optional cross dimension. 4 Infinity, 4 Nether Stars. Okay, so it's just a question of how hard is it to get these. 4 of these is 12 Netherite. We have that. 4 Enderium gear. I believe I can do fairly simply at this point. So 8 of Enderium gears, wireless boosters. Those are those I think are simple enough. Lumium dust. Okay, so we have a lot of resources at this point. I don't think it would be incredibly difficult. Yeah, we can do that. It's just going to take me some time to get it together. Yeah, we can do that. It's just going to take me some time to get it together. We definitely have all the resources we need to get up to... Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, I can do that. Accumulation is printed accumulation, which is sky steel ingot, which is... Okay, we already did that by doing something else. So I think I could legitimately get a 256 million storage component right this second. Or, not right this second. I could do it. It's just going to take me some time. Getting the computer system to hook up to the other base is going to be a little bit harder, but I think still possible. Yeah, I think we could set up a pretty decent computer. It's just going to take me some time to get all of the pieces together for it. But for right now, we have a 1K storage device, and we can just say pump you and you and you and all of this stuff into here. You, so on and so forth. I don't think I care about I don't think I want to put anything else in there. But we can now eventually, actually hold on, pump the rest of this stuff in there too. And like so. Oh, there goes our umbrella. I'll grab it back out in a second. Umbrella. Thank you. We now have a computer storage system. It's very basic. I actually think a chest is just better than this right now. It can hold 63 types of things. 63, that's essentially 63 stacks. 9, 18, 27. So it has more slots than a double chest. But I think a double chest can hold more than 1,000 items. I would need to do the math on it, but it's pretty close to a double chest right now. I don't know exactly. But from here, I just need to make better versions of the storage cells, and I just need to start pumping stuff into there. We're at about time, but this doesn't feel like a lot to show for what's actually happened here. Like, I'm gonna go for a little bit longer. I'm going to give this thing at least a 16K. I think I can go up to 16K pretty quickly right now. 4K is just going to be a moment. Oh, that's a chemical cell instead. 1K item. So yeah, 3 of these things will get us a 4K. 3 4Ks will get us a 16K. I think I can do that. It's just going to take me a moment. So I'm going to get at least that far today. Okay, so I now have everything together that I need to go ahead and make a 4K ME storage component. which is not at all the 16 I said I was going to make. It's going to take me a little bit longer to make. Is it? I think the... Okay, I'm going to need 2 more logic processors and a bunch more redstone that I currently don't have on me. That I just keep having to go in and make more. But anyways, there was something else I'd looked at between episodes that I completely forgot about that I'd wanted to make at the beginning of this episode because it's pretty important. But to make it, I needed to grab out some of the aluminum I picked up in the mining dimension, run through a couple of pieces. So, go ahead and make that. I want to make a 16. So, this aluminum placed like that, as well as a piston there. And then I need to turn this chest into an item port from EvilCraft machines, which is going to go there, and a dripstone block. And then 2 kivy, like so, gets us the extractor. Extracts items and fluids out of the environment. So this is a pretty important block. You can see its uses right here. So, budding amethyst when placed next to water will get you amethyst shards every 60 seconds. I'm going to need a chest to place above this thing. I forgot to get that. But, yeah. Something, part of one of the recipes you didn't see right there, because I didn't go that far, actually involves the budding amethyst. Did I throw my buckets of water into the machine? Into the computer? Yes I did. Cool. So I'm going to need a bucket of water. I'm also going to need to close off part of this. So I have a couple extra kivy pieces here that I'm going to use. Not what I meant to do, but I guess it technically works. And like so. Now, if I place the extractor here, does this thing require power or no? I don't think so. But this is now on a chipped. Actually, does that matter? Budding where is it? Where is it? The Certus quartz. We'll see it soon. That's sky stone. I mean, you can get the sky stone dust for pretty cheap. Break that. I am looking for. Let's see. I know it was here. I literally just saw it. Flux dust, so we can get that for free without the crushing it. But I don't think we're going to need to, because crushing it's super easy. We can duplicate dragon eggs, which is pretty cool. Where is it? Here we go. Flawless budding. Okay. So, we have, at this point, a chipped... Yeah, we have 3 chipped ones. How do we get flawless? Flawless. Budding Certus quartz. How are they? Oh, flawless. Crystal fixer from extended AE. Put flawed in there with charged. 5% chance to get that. Crystal looking blocks allow crystalline flour to be placed on top of it. Thanks, game. Do we see? Budding. Flawed. Budding Certus will not degrade from growing buds and act as an infinite source. Okay, that's pretty nice. Budding will degrade by 1 tier. Enchanted with Silk Touch, they will not degrade unless they were flawless. Flawless budding Certus blocks cannot be picked up and moved with a pickaxe. Ugh. And in fact, I think there was a flawless one that I tried to move. Oh, and spatial storage can move them instead. Flawed, chipped, and damaged. One more Okay, so there's a recipe in here to make it from extended AE with the crystal fixer, which you need a crystal assembler for. Extended machine frame. Entro dust, which is entro crystal. Okay, this is going deeper and deeper. Entro... Budding entroized flux. Like how... Craft entro seed. Oh, okay, so that's going deeper and deeper. Eventually, we could fix this thing up if we wanted to. Okay, that's not too bad. Use that to grow things into entro dust and whatnot. I'm almost 100% sure that somewheres in one of the meteorites I went back to had a flawless one. In fact, I think I accidentally tried to pick it up because I saw flawless and tried to pick it up. But if we go back to one of those, in fact, I'm very tempted to go do it now and see if I missed a flawless one. But it should be fairly simple to set this thing up and maybe get some infinite Certus quartz, which would be pretty nice. How do we duplicate the dust again? Let's see. The dust can be made by crushing it up or by breaking those. So you can't really duplicate dust very easily. But, I think I now have everything I need for these. I just need more redstone. Bloop bloop. So, right crafting recipe would be nice. There's 3. I'm missing 2, which is 2 more of these, which did I run out of stuff? I ran out of it. 1 second. We're going to get at least this part done today because I'm really sure I can get up to 16 right now. Just need 3 more of these and 3 more gold run through as well in the same way. I believe I have literally just enough Certus quartz for this. I need 2 of these. Yep. Yes, in fact, I have exactly enough Certus quartz for this. I need 2 more quartz glass, which I think I left in here. No, did I leave it in a different chest? Here it is. So 2 of these. Actually, 2 of these. Just enough. And then these. 4 of these gets turned into a 16 kilobyte one. Calculation chip. I just need another quartz glass and another thing. And then this should be able to be paired straight with the thing I already have, right? ME item house thing. I have that. I just need 1 quartz glass and that should be it. So 5 like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gets us you. And go ahead and grab out 4 glowstone dust. 1, 2, 3, 4. I definitely could have been done this episode a while ago, but I saw how close we were to this and I was really excited to get it done. But 16 kilobyte ME storage thing paired with you is a 16 kilobyte storage unit. This one can hold 63 types up to 16,000. To note, 63 types is 50% more than this. This can only hold... No, this thing holds 63 types. I thought this thing only stored 40 types. So, yeah. This thing holds 64 different types of a million. This thing holds 63 types. And there's only 16,000, period. So this thing is just significantly better storage right now, actually. But it's the thought that counts, and I can just keep upgrading this thing. 9 of those things is a bunch more types, but it's not even going to come close to the amount of storage we already have, like items-wise of each. So, at the end, this thing is kind of worse storage than this little pocket storage thing we can make infinite of and just carry with us at all times. All this work for a computer, and the little thing I carry in my pocket's kind of just better. Eventually that thing will be really good. Eventually, like, there's like the 1 million unit storage thing. Like, that will be nice. I technically could make that right now, if I had more Certus quartz. The problem right now really is just Certus quartz, I think. But, yeah, that's probably where we're going to end off. I'm going to take this extractor to a bunch of the various things. Where'd I get that gem from? Yeah, I'm going to take it around to a bunch of the various meteorites that are all over the place. I'm going to see if any of them have a flawless one, rather. And I'm going to set this thing up there, just try to get as much flawless stuff as we can. I think this thing works infinitely. It just happens every like 15 seconds or something like that. It doesn't require power, it will just work over time. But anyways, I want to thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed as much as I have, and I hope to see you next time. So without further ado, take care, everybody. I want to thank you all so much for watching one more time, and a special thanks to the channel members. Yamato Tanagura, Goddess of the Starfilled Void, and the Phantom Knight. Thank you all so much for your extra support. So for now, for real now, take care, everybody.